Hello, everybody that's tuning in to Turbo's FPV world, where we find the latest and greatest of the FPV technology, no doubt about it, right here, Turbo FPV world. And here's what I got today. Look at here. This is revolutionary, epic. It says TBS Unify Pro 32 HV MMCX. What this is the latest and greatest VTXs. There is no better. My part 2 video is going to be on this on my long range quad. I'm going to put it on a long range 7-inch quadcopter, and we're going to do a test. But I just want to do a real quick ins and outs, what this thing does and what it is. You just won't believe it. It's amazing. The Evo is amazing as well. Here's your little connector. Of course, you got that. And look at this thing. It's so cool looking. So cool looking. Isn't that cool looking? Yeah, that's cool looking. A top and a bottom to where airflow can flow through that and cool that down. So I'm thinking that will be a cooler running VTX as well as the all the other benefits, which let me get to. It's got well, these are all programmed individually, so I hear from Team Black Sheep, and set up to where they run at the same output, milliwatt, same power output on any frequency, any given channel. That's the awesome thing about these. There's no more you hook it up and sometimes it's putting out 25 milliwatts, sometimes it's putting out 30, sometimes it's putting out 40, even if you got it on 25 milliwatt. Well, this is supposed to take care of this 32-bit of processing. 32-bit processors in here. It's also firmware upgradable. It's got the micro USB. It's firmware upgradable through, I think, CSRF, maybe only. I don't know. There's not a firmware update yet because there's no new firmware for this yet. There's no update for this VTX, so there is no firmware yet. But when it is updatable, if you're on Crossfire and you've got this hooked to your TX and RX pads through Crossfire right here, it has CRSF hookups right there. If those are connected on your UART, you can update this VTX simply in the quad, in the drone, in the race drone. You can simply update it right there in it. So I mean, that is just so cool. They come up with, this is spoof proof, I guess I should say. There's, it'll always be able to be updated. One button control for your frequencies and lockout and all that. The one button MMCX connector, which is awesome. I think I like the MMCX connectors. But this is just so cool. It's just so cool. High volt. It does take, I believe, 26 volts. So 6S. It will take up to 6S battery. 2S to 6S. Looks like. Yeah, this thing is just revolutionary. It's so awesome. I'm so happy to have one, and I can't wait to try it out. These are on pre-order everywhere. These are hard to get right now, I guess, but I got one, and I'm going to try it out. And we're going to try it in version 2 or part 2. In part 2 of my video here, we're going to see how this thing works. I'm going to use my ground station. I'm going to use the 7-inch quad, and we're going to see how far we can go on S-Bus. And I soon hope to go Crossfire. I am going to go with the Crossfire module, hopefully the big one. That's the one I want, but you know how it is. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go crossfire, and when I do, I should be able to go as far as I really want to go. Probably farther than I need to go. But yeah, this is just revolutionary stuff. I thought I'd show you guys all this because it's just really awesome. It's 800 milliwatts, but it is max of 800. That's all I'm concerned about, because I'm going to probably use it on max when I'm doing the long range deal. The nano of this is awesome too, the Pro 32 Nano. It goes to 400 milliwatts, and it is tiny. It's like a quarter of this size, and it'll go on your whoops, any of that stuff, and have great range. This is just awesome stuff. This is just really awesome stuff from Team Black Sheep, no doubt. I've always used their stuff, and I always liked their stuff, and this is just another reason why. It's revolutionary. These guys are revolutionary. They're making it happen. They're making this happen. You know, look at that. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. So there you go. There's the Pro 32 HV VTX from Team Black Sheep. Trappy and the boys making it happen. Making the stuff real. Making it real. No doubt. So stay tuned and wait for part 2, because we'll be doing a on the quad experience here. This is the long range I'm going to put the Pro 32 in. I got separate ESCs because I'm using a RunCam split and a Maytech. Where is it? Maytech all-in-one flight controller with barometer. And I chose that flight controller because I am using the little GPS M8N GPS module for rescue, and so it will work better with the barometer, I'm assuming. And I like this Squished X. I have this in a 5-inch version, and I really like the way it flies. I really do, and I like the center of gravity thing, the way it's like that. So the Pro 32 will probably, that VTX will probably outdo the S-Bus. I'm using, although I am using X4R SB receiver versus XM Plus or any of those junkier ones. I feel this is a more sound receiver if you're going to use S-Bus for something like this, an experimental long range. I'm using the cheap motors, the Gooks, Sam Gooks, the 2207 1750 kV, 100 kV. So we'll see, and if all goes well, I'm going to build another one using probably the Umagod remix frame, and make it a long distance in a 6 or 7 inch. I don't know if they offer a 7 inch in the in that frame. I'll have to look into that. I know they do a 6, I think, 5 and a 5.5 and a 6, I believe. I don't know about a 7. But and if not, I may go all the way and go with a 9-inch. I'm thinking about trying a 9-inch propeller job. So with my full long range version, and my full long range version may have a either a Nazi V2 by DJI or a Pixie Hawk flight controller, to where I can have full acro, but yet still have GPS hold and return to home. Actual real return to home is probably what I'll have on my real long range unit when I get it situated. But this is kind of an experimental long range bird that I'm going to build, and I'm going to use the Pro 32. Hopefully not lose this bird, so I can use it again, because I think it'll be an awesome VTX. And I do have the LEDs here. I have HGL RC 40 amp BL32 ESCs. And of course I had to go with individual ESCs because I built this up, as you'll see, all the wires. I built it up, actually I built it up twice. I built it up once with a stack. After looking at my 5-inch, it looked like I could probably slip a split, you know, in there with the 4x4 in one and flight controller, but it just won't work. I got it all built up and it was just right there. I mean, I could get the lid on it, but I couldn't get to the SD card slot for the split. There was too much too much problem. So I decided to go separate ESCs, and that will, you know, take care of that and give me some room over here where I can mount my receiver and my VTX over here, and there'll be plenty of room here now. So so we're gonna go that route and try an experimental long-range bird. I have a ground station. I'm going to use the ground station with the VTX, and I have a feeling that with that VTX I'm going to probably outdo S-Bus. I may be wrong. I'm going to use my X9D radio, not the X-Lite, because the X-Lite, I'm building an external, if you can tell here, I'm building an external antenna for it as we speak. I don't really know that it'd be 10 dBi either. That's kind of a pencil and paper thing. Anyway, we won't get into antennas. But yeah, this is going to be the long-range bird, and it will have the Pro 32 in it, and I'll be on a ground station, so we'll see how far we can go that way, and then hopefully I don't lose this beast, and we can build it on a much bigger, larger scale. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there, what's going on and what's will be in part 2. This bird here will be built, or I may even build it in part 2 in a time lapse or something. But anyway, this is what I'm achieving here, a small long-range experiment with the Pro 32. See just how far this will go. It should I bet it outdoes S-Bus. I bet this VTX will go farther than my S-Bus transmitter will go. We'll find out. Tune in. Stay tuned. It's coming up. This is awesome, though. Awesome technology. Awesome technology. Thanks, Team Black Sheep. Thanks a bunch. Love it. It's great. Awesome technology. With Turbo FBV World. We're out of here.